Hello and welcome to Fernbus Coach Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. It's been a while, I admit. Yes, there are reasons for that. The reasons are, as I walk around the bus, make sure everything's okay. I'm going to fire up and do another walk around, but the wheels look alright. Everything else looks okay to me. I think I'll check the lights in a sec. Really, the reason why I haven't really been playing this, I was getting a bit rinse and repeat. I know some of you guys do enjoy this. I know, you know, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's back. Yay, good to see it back. Let's actually shut that door. A bit rusty. Shake off the rust, I think, as well. I've got a relatively short run on. I think we may have even done this run before. Right, let's fire it up. Let's turn on all the lights and all the givens. So on. I think the switch is actually, yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, I've got that one, and I think I've got this one. Yeah, that's it. That one's just the main little reading lights, I think, isn't it? And that one is that one. Oops. Forgotten what one does what. That one does that one. And then that one obviously turns off that one, yeah. Cool. And then this one is just generic. I don't think it's got a purpose. These do the doors, yeah, so. Right. Right. Let's turn the AC on as well. And get it a nice toasty 22.5 degrees, I think it's they used to like. Oh. I think that's how much they used to like it, 22. I can't remember if it was 22 or 23. Play the announcement.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipps ins Internet, schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich,
you shouldn't really do this in real life, jump out of the bus while it's in gear. But when you're out of options, side lights are alright working. Got to put the hazards on though, admittedly.
Holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven
Keep pressing E.
Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit.
Yep, looks all good to me. Cool. Right.
Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to
Hello.
Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today.
I've noticed sometimes that doesn't work either.
We would like to share some information about
I know this game never really liked my controller much.
On board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions
let's turn the lights
and
back off.
details
We
of
don't
our
need them.
snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area.
Put it to
If you would
sides
like
or
to browse the
daytime
internet
running
free
lights
of
because I think
charge,
you have to have them.
simply log on to our
Yeah,
onboard
sorry.
Wi-Fi
Going
network.
back to what I was
If your
saying.
battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets, which are marked
That
accordingly.
one's not working either.
If you would like to book your next
one is it?
journey
That
while
one?
you're on the road,
Not that
simply
one.
download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of
Aha.
our many
Right, okay.
exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit
Right.
flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service.
Yeah, because mainly because there's one last update a while back was just to fix some bugs they had on the game, but they haven't really done much on this game. I think it's as I suspected when I first started off playing this game. I think TML Studios, I think they're just more or less given up, but put this game on the back burner now and concentrating fully on their new game which they're working on, which is going to be like the sequel to this, I think, which is going to be in a city bus driving. It's a bit like OMSI but with Unreal Engine strapped to it. I'm still don't know if I'm going to bother buying it or not, purely because again now I don't play this as much, and I know I don't play this as much. I should really get back into playing it. I did enjoy playing this game, don't get me wrong. It just got a bit rinse and repeative, and especially because there's very little in the way of mod support for this. I.e., there's lots of skins, don't get me wrong, on the mod hub, but there's no, I've not seen any sort of like map expansions or anything on there. I'll have another look. If I see a map up expansion, it might reinvigor this. But not just that, it's just, you know, it's other things, like there's just no extra coaches, you know, like, or whatever, old school coaches like a Greyhound. I know you wouldn't actually see one of them in Germany or Europe, but, or even an old school, you know, Route Master, you know. Again, that's more of an in-city bus, but you wouldn't actually see them on the motorway. But you could, you know, someone could blag it and say, well, it's just a nostalgic thing. Ooh, easy. Leadfoot strikes again. And that's the reason why I haven't been, that's one of many reasons why I haven't played this game really, because one, they've given up on it, so, you know, if they've given up on it, then what's to stop them to give up on the next one? You know, they're gonna do exactly the same with the next one. I think they'll make it, and it'll be a point where it runs, but it might not necessarily be stable, and it might be full of bugs and everything else. And then they just concentrate on that for a little while until they fix it, and then they'll work on something else. This is what they, you know, Acusoft and TML Studios are famous for doing. Look at London Underground. That was a prime example of that. I've had this conversation with you guys time and time again, and you're probably going, yeah, here we go again. It's Kev standing on his soapbox again. What does he know about making computer games, etc, etc, etc. But I just think it's, you know, if you compare it, and I know it's a horrible comparison, but if you compare it to the likes of American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator, you know, they've allowed a lot more modding support for that, which, you know, keeps the game alive. If they did exactly the same things they've done on this game and just kept it sort of like limited, I think the game would have died a death a long time ago, and I think SES would have just cranked out another game. That's a good thing with SES, they tend to have really work on their games. And you know, I've not seen anything in the horizon. I've not heard any whispers or seen anything that suggests they're going to make another American truck or another truck simulator of any kind. Anytime soon. That's what, you know, that's why American Trucker or ETS, you know, stands poles apart from this game. This game's pretty, don't get me wrong. Especially what's it like, kind of, I think this is the forerunner, in a sense, to, did that go on? I don't know if that did, so I'm going to just press the space bar. I think it's a better option. We need to... See, that door's not opening either. It's a bit odd. I had to configure some things on this, so I've probably configured something wrong. I'm looking down at that console, trying to press the button, but it's not working. I wonder if it's still got my old controllers on here. Let's have a quick look. Sorry guys, let me pause it here. Oops. I'm just going to check something out quickly. Settings. Controls. Man's line coach. Open front door. Yeah, it's working. It's not working every single time, so you have to just be a bit gentle with it. I know that the time that this would recommend, and you have to play about with certain things on the controller side, but it is working the way it should do. Might be the same with the parking brake. That's what I'm back in the bus. Let's try it quickly. Sorry guys. Maybe if I push it really slowly. Yeah, you just have to push it really slowly. And same with that. You have to just push it really slowly. So you have to remember that. Push it really slowly, Kev. Let's open it again. Get out and greet. Oh, actually, I better turn the. One thing I didn't do in my post haste. Get back in the truck, back in the cab, and I didn't turn the information display on, so they're gonna go, oh, I don't know where this person's going. Do that now. And there you go, 440. Same amount of subscribers I currently have at the moment. Big thanks to everyone that's been supporting me again. I'm sorry I haven't really been playing much recently. I'm just like been taking a bit of a sit back on everything really, because I noticed, like I said in previous things, I've noticed the views are dropping. I've got this dude as well, slightly different looking dude.
Ciao, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen.
Scan it, see what happens.
Cool.
Yep. I know they put some more people on this.
Soll ich mein Gepäck etwa mit in den Bus nehmen?
Okay. I forgot to open the luggage compartment. Sorry. Oops. There we go. You can throw them in now.
Mahlzeit, ist das gültig?
It's going lip sync, so express check you in.
Danke.
Danke.
Moin, das Ticket. Bitteschön. Cool.
You look a bit summery.
Ciao, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Pretty sure we're going there as well.
Servus, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
Yep.
Auf geht's. Moin,
Hello.
ich würde gerne ein Ticket kaufen.
Yep. I'll see what I can do that for you, madam. Thing is, I loved this game, you know, a lot. When I first got this game and I was playing it, I was more or less playing it every day. But like I said, that's the problem with most games. If it gives you a little bit of, you know, freedom, but if it's like a case of like they don't do any constant DLC or
Sehr freundlich.
updates or allow it to be opened up
Hello,
more
mein
to the modder community,
Danke sehr.
then you know you're gonna get it's gonna start
Hallo,
dying
fahren
a
Sie in
death.
meine Richtung? Ciao.
I must admit, I haven't played this in a long time. I expected to look at my
Moin, ich hoffe, ich bin hier
records and
richtig.
find myself really at the bottom again, but I haven't dropped that much. I've probably dropped like 200 positions or 100 positions or 200 positions.
Sehr freundlich. Guten Tag. Fahren
So
Sie
I
in meine
suspect
Richtung?
quite a lot of people have stopped playing this.
Hallo, ist das gültig? Vielen Dank. Mahlzeit.
No Baker Street likes this. I don't know if he's still
Vielen Dank.
subscribed to me. I haven't spoken to him,
Ciao.
seen
Fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
any comments from him for a while. But again, it's a case of I haven't done any streams for a while either.
Ciao, das Ticket. Bitteschön. Auf geht's.
Right, I think you're the last one. I don't see anyone else standing around. See, there's a ticket machine here they could have bought tickets from. Actually, let's leave it open. Let's close that, because we can do it from in here. Just got to remember to be gentle on the switches. Right. Did that shut? Didn't hear it go. No, it did now. There we go. Right. Let's play announcement. I've forgotten how to play announcement machine. Is it P? When are we due to leave as well? 32, we are running late. Did that play the announcement? Nope. Play announcement, please. Nope. Okay. I'll hit. I've forgotten what button it was to hit play annunciation. These need to come on.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch
parking brake
deshalb
wasn't on.
während der
That
gesamten
was a
Fahrt
silly thing to
an.
do.
In den Sitztaschen
Bus could have
vor
rolled
euch
off. I left it in
findet
gear and
ihr unsere
everything.
Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut
Haven't really
sich
been
über
doing
eure
much.
Likes und
You know, it's just
Sollte
again,
euer
it's a case
Akku
of
zu Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze
just
sind
play,
mit
just
Steckdosen ausgestattet
chilling out, really.
und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die
Just
gesamte
not been in
Fahrt
the
über
mood
nutzen.
for doing
Wenn
sort
ihr
of any
eure nächste Fahrt auch
recordings
gleich
or
mobil buchen wollt,
any
holt euch
streams
einfach
or
unsere App
anything
und
really.
profitiert von
Just
exklusiven
just went,
Online-Angeboten.
yeah,
Auf
I'll put it off for another day or
stehen
whatever.
aktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern.
I know that's the
Für
wrong
Feedback
attitude
zu
to
eurer
have,
Fahrt
especially as we've got
nutzt
so
bitte
many
den
subscribers
Fragebogen,
now.
den
But
wir
it's
euch
just,
per E-Mail
it was a knock-on
zuschicken.
effect
Wir danken für eure
from the
Aufmerksamkeit
view side of
und
things. Seeing the
wünschen eine
views go
entspannte
back to the
Fahrt
sort
und
of
viel
like
Spaß an
sort of
Bord
amount of
bei
views I used to
Flixbus.
get when I first started, which
Hello
was like
and welcome
3 or
to
4,
Flixbus.
6 or 7,
We're
8
glad to have
views
you on
per
board and
per
hope
thing
we
I
get
did.
you to your favorite
It was
destination
just
today. Before we set
it
off,
kind
we
of
would like to
dented
share
the
some
confidence
information
really.
about the journey.
I was just
Wearing
like,
seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore,
you know,
please keep your
but it's something that
seatbelt throughout
I've
the
noticed
entire
with bigger
journey.
YouTubers,
In
I've
the
probably
seat
mentioned this
pockets
once or
in
twice
front of
before
you,
in
you
other
will find
videos I've done.
information cards
It's,
containing
you know,
further safety
it's something
instructions
quite
and
interesting to me.
bus snacks
Something I've
and
noticed with
beverages.
big names
There's a restroom located in
as
the
well.
boarding area. If you would
They
like to
don't necessarily
participate
get the same amount of views as the same amount of subscribers. It roughly works out. Looking at sort of like working it out in my head, it works out roughly it averages from around about 10 to well, it's between 10 and 30%. I know it's a bit of a broad margin, but it varies on the YouTuber and that, but it sort of averages out between those figures. You know, I've never seen a YouTuber, apart from sort of like people first starting out, that actually, you know, only have a few subscribers or whatever.
Suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now we can finally set off. Thank you for listening.
We've set off ages ago, mate. Don't know if you know, but we've set off ages ago. Talked to animated voice, but never mind. Yeah, I've just noticed it that most big names or whatever, they're only getting, say they've got like 100,000 subscribers, they're only getting like 1,000 views or 2,000 views or whatever. When on the sort of day if they release it. That's something I've noticed with lots of, you know, Squirrel, Moose. No, Squirrel's moved away to Twitch. Moose is slowly heading that way as well, because that's where the money is. Well, I can't say I blame them, to be honest. If I knew how to use Twitch and everything else, I probably might join them. But the thing is, I don't know what it is. I've did so much work to get to this point, and you know, you guys have just been supporting where you can. So you know, teamwork's got us to this actual position on the channel, and you know, I've come a long way since my early days. Okay, I've still got a few issues. We're still working on an old PC, which is not great, but again, that was all down to the fact that again, it's costing, etc., etc. Waiting at the red light, waiting long, waiting. I'll just hit the space bar, it's quite easier. Reaching up, trying to use the button. I don't know what that little 6 is there for. That's something new on the HUD I've never noticed before. I think they've sorted this out though, because I haven't changed any of the settings of my steering wheel. It seems to be handling a lot better now. Not like the early days where it felt like driving a super tanker. Oh, red lights! That was a close call. Don't know, how many. Well, I've got at least 3 set stops in this one. One's pretty quick, but the other one might be a bit further away. So you know, I might stop at the first one and then sort of like call it a day halfway between the other two, depending how it goes on, really. Because I don't want it dragging on for too long for you guys and girls. And for you peeps that don't watch like American Truck Simulator or whatever else I'm working on at the moment, with car mechanic and that, I've mentioned it a couple times, but I'll mention it again, because some of you could just be watching this. I was to say, ones that were just watching this probably have sort of like bunked the channel by now, because I haven't done this in over 2 months. I think it was the last time I did a video on this. But again, I'll mention I do have a Facebook page now, so you know, if you guys want to jump on there, you'll find a link in the description down below. Please feel free. Everyone's welcome. The only thing, and you're welcome to post things on there. The only thing I will ask is that it's family friendly, so nothing, too rude or could potentially offend other people. But it could be anything. It doesn't have to necessarily be gaming related. It could be what you're up to at work, stuff like that. Or if you're wanting sort of a multiplayer on something. The group isn't that big as yet, and there's quite a few people that probably don't necessarily play same sort of games or play on console or PC at all. They just supporting me because it's me and they're mates of mine, so which is greatly appreciated. I wonder if this has diverted us round because those roadworks. I notice there's a lot of that going on. I don't know if that's because that's a route which you can't pass through, or it's just notifying you there's roadworks on there, so you have to slow down. I don't know. I think that was part of the last update, which was a while back, as I say. Again, the frame. There's another reason I stopped playing this, because I noticed the frame rates on the recording are dropping quite considerably. Now I've sort of gone out my way to sort of make sure nothing excessively is running. Got a bit of a I got gatsoed. Yeah, we got blitzed. We got gatsoed. Nothing new there. Leadfoot strikes again. Now I don't know how legit this is. I'm gonna just quickly pull over it because shouldn't really do this on a junction. I know. I'm gonna just cheat it. No one saw that, right? Sorry, mate. I was gonna let. Okay. He stopped. I was slowed down enough for him to go through, but. Stop. Now again, I don't know if this is. No, it could be straight on them both. Yeah, straight on them both. But again, going back to this game again, I know it's broken record, but just allowing different sorts of mod buses in. I've not seen anything. If someone's seen something, let me know. The comments down below. If you've seen a mod bus that's different to the standard buses in game that works on here, then brilliant. I'll give it a go. It might reinvigorate my interest in this game, but. Like, at least with ATS or ETS, well, I don't even play ETS as much now. I got sick of driving cab overs, that's my problem. Should really be in that middle lane as well, but it'll make some. Whoa!
Was geht denn hier ab?
That was me. That was definitely all me. No, oops. The Scania's scratched up now, and so's the coach. Bill think he's going to have to do some repairs. I remember doing that once on ATS, not looking. I thought I learnt my lesson. Yeah. Now, how does this work? Do we come in here? Looks like we come in here. And then. Yeah, this is this funky bus station. Stop. Right, parking brake. Yeah, again, it's not great, so I'm not even bothered with that. Just press that. It's easier. And then that. See, the other one didn't open. See, it works when it wants to. It's another reason why I kind of got a bit sick of this game, because okay, I might actually still have my old keys bind to this. I can't remember. No. See, I did all that. I might have to do that again. I couldn't really get the button box to work with it. Works fine on ATS. Just doesn't like this game at all. Right. Who's first? I better open the luggage bags up, and I forgot about that. Right, so they can put the luggage in. People that need to go can go. The people that need to stay can stay.
Grüezi, ist das gültig?
Express check-in.
Danke sehr.
Danke.
Salut, fahren Sie in meine Richtung?
He reminds me of someone. I
Ciao.
won't say who, but he reminds me of someone.
Servus, das Ticket, bitteschön. Sehr freundlich.
I try, madam, I do
Hallo,
try.
ist das gültig? Danke sehr.
Danke. Oh, you got a twin brother, look.
Hallo, bitte sehr. Danke sehr.
You know
Hallo, das Ticket. Bitte schön.
what? Sorry, mate. There's another twin.
Ach, Moment mal. Das
Oops,
ist ja gar nicht meine Richtung.
my bad.
Das Ticket, bitteschön. Cool.
Just point and click it was.
Grüezi, hier ist mein
Point
Ticket.
and click. Sure we're going there.
Jetzt wäre ich fast in den
Nein,
falschen
no.
Bus eingestiegen.
At least they got the animation of him playing with the phone now. That's a bit new.
Mahlzeit, bitte sehr.
I don't think we're going here. I want to check. What's your name? No, you're also not on here. So sorry, no, madam. Oh, okay.
Hallo, bin ich hier richtig?
Try again.
Dankeschön.
Sorry. Ticket was valid.
Servus, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen. Könnten Sie das Ticket
Oh,
sehen? Das
there's
ist
going to be a lot of this, isn't there?
Hallo,
I
mein
see it
Ticket?
coming. Passenger. Let's check these now. Yeah, she's on the list, so
Danke sehr.
less point in clicking, otherwise it's just going to be like,
Hallo, hier mein Ticket.
passenger. Yeah, you're on there.
Danke sehr.
Right. Sorry about those people. I kind of mucked up your tickets. Just like, oh, you booked my ticket. No. Sure, there's an allowance for that. I'm just going to shut it. Normally, I'm going to bother with the button box. Too much of a hassle. Press 2. Should take me back to that, and then reset track. Oh, it's going a bit derpy as well. Right. Works fine with the ignition side of it, just a bit. The rest a bit derpy with the rest of it. Right. Okay. So handbrake off. Actually, when did we due to leave? 8:33. Yeah, we are late. So. Again, that's a bit weird how that's constantly. I want to quickly again try something, guys. Sorry about this, because I'm so rusty at this. Alright, let's try that. I'm sure it used to be play. Press P and it's play or all. Should be one of the orbs.
Hallo
There
und
we go.
herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heute...
No, it was definitely an orb.
und herzlich
Right.
willkommen bei Flixbus.
Right,
Wir freuen uns,
so
dass ihr an Bord
let's
seid
just
und
set
wir
off.
gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor
Oh.
euch findet ihr
Crash,
unsere
bang and wallet.
Bordkarte mit
I knew
weiteren
that was coming.
Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet.
Like you smashed the
Schaut
front
mal
end of
auf
your
unserer
bus up,
Facebook-Page
man.
vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zu Neige gehen, kein Problem.
This
Viele
time
unserer
look
Sitze sind
at the
mit
roundabout,
Steckdosen ausgestattet.
rather than just assume there's nothing there.
So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen.
I'm
Wenn ihr
trying
eure
to
nächste
slow
Fahrt
down
auch
as well,
gleich mobil
Kev,
buchen
because
wollt,
he's just
holt
going
euch
like a
einfach
loon.
unsere App und profitiert von
Nothing new there,
exklusiven
though.
Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren
Kinda
Service
bit
ständig
quick.
weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir
What I
danken
should
für eure
do
Aufmerksamkeit
is to put some
und
sort of
wünschen
limiter
euch
on my
viel Spaß
pedal or
und
something.
viel
Put
Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus.
like a block under it or something like that, so it only goes down a certain percentage.
We're glad to have you
I could adjust the settings, so then if I do plant my foot down a bit more.
Ja, jetzt
Before
noch
we set
Flügel und
off,
wir heben ab.
we would like to share some information.
Thing is, I don't overly do it. I just do it as much as I normally do when I'm like driving.
Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks.
Just got to remember to feather the throttle a bit,
There's a
but more
restroom
rather
located
than.
in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on
Mind
to
you, I'm
our
always.
onboard Wi-Fi
Stop,
network.
stop.
If your battery runs out, no problem. Many
Always
of
been a
our
bit
cities
heavy-footed
are
on the
equipped
right
with
foot.
power outlets, which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone.
Becoming a lot
so
worse
you can take
lately, to
advantage
be honest,
of our
because
many exclusive online discounts.
I've noticed it
For
now
more
when I'm
information,
like driving,
simply visit flixbus.com
either on the
or get in
forklift
touch
or
with us on
whatever.
Facebook. Of course,
because
we're always striving to improve our service.
pretty much because of my
Please
knee
use
the way it is
questionnaire
these
we send
days,
you by email to give us feedback about your journey.
you know,
You can also
the-
use it to share your
the amount of,
ideas and requests.
you know, it's not that I don't get any feeling whatsoever through my leg. I do. It's just because my knee's so bad
and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
that, you know, the pain of the knee is sort of like overriding any sort of like feeling I get from my foot. So makes me laugh because I know I'm saying about it now, and I don't tend to talk about it a great deal. I do have done in the past to you guys and girls, but not often. But it makes me laugh when someone comes up to me and they start, you know, going on about the knees and their knee or whatever, and I was like, yeah, I know that feeling, you know.
Ist das so schwer, gerade zu fahren?
It's going like a super tanker again. Maybe I was wrong about the controls being No, it does feel a bit. It feels legit. It's just probably me going a bit quick. But what was I saying? Yeah, just because of the. Yeah, because they come up to me and some of these people are like half my age, and I'm like, you know, I can understand they probably got genuine knee problems. Some of it's down to, you know, some like, you know, this happened to them. They've either fallen on it or whatever. Some of it's just down to just not really looking after themselves as well as they should be. Well, I don't tend to go on about it as much as I used to. I used to go on about it a lot. When it really started getting bad. But you slowly I don't say get used to it. You don't. You just build up a tolerance to the pain in the end. You know, when I did go to see doctors and stuff about it, they just said, refer you to physio, etc, etc, etc. And I was just like, yeah. Physio bloke's just like, well, why are you here? You shouldn't be here. And I was like, yeah. And it's just like the first thing that came out my doctor's mouth when I did go back. She said, well, first of all, she said, well, you should have come to us sooner. And I was like, well, you know, that eliminates, you know, that just panders to the needs of people that are just, you know, got the sniffles. Oh, I've got sniffles. I'm gonna go to the doctors. Oh, I was indicating the wrong way. Slow. I had a funny feeling that was coming. I don't know, I should have really reduced my speed anyway. I mean, that's the road. That must be the road markings down there. Telling what road you're on. Looking at it. Really? In the middle of a town centre, we've got a pig running around. But anyway, that's the first thing she said. She goes, right, well, what do you want me to do about it? And that was, you know, the most stupid question anyone could ask me. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, maybe she just wanted to sort of like to understand where I want, what I needed, or whatever. But you know, if you've got a problem and you go and see your GP about it, you expect your GP to sort of like fix it, not just sit there and go, oh well, okay, you've got a bad leg, or you know, your eye itches, or you know, whatever. You know, whatever you guys can think of. You go and see a doctor to get help about the problem, don't you? You don't just go to talk to them about it. Just go, well, yeah, well, you know, I've got a bit of a cough. I've had it a few months, but, you know, I'm not really fussed about it. I just thought I'd come in and say, I've got a cough, you know. Okay, doctor, bye, you know. He wouldn't, excuse me, there we go, talking about coughs, kind of giving myself a cough, but you wouldn't naturally go and see a doctor just to tell him you've got a problem and then just go, right, well, thanks for listening, thanks for taking the time for listening to me, bye. I was only here for a shoulder to cry on. You expect them to sort of like go, right, okay, here's the options. We can either put you through therapy of some sort, you know, physiotherapy. Eventually she did get round to saying that, but it just took a while to get to that point. She said, well, do you want to go on to painkillers or, you know, whatever? And I was just like, problem is painkillers, I don't typically take painkillers anyway. I only ever tend to take them if it's, you know, an absolute necessity, i.e. I just can't concentrate at work, or you know, something of that ilk. You know, typically I only take them if I get severe headaches, which I used to get quite a few of at one point, sort of like last year. Again, they seem to have I still get them from time to time, but it's not as often as I used to. But even then, I would. Again, it was last resort situation. And to be honest, painkillers, even the most strongest ones, I did take when I did start getting severe sort of migraines and stuff. And that was because I was still suffering from a really bad, some sort of, they said there was some sort of infection. I had a blood infection or something like that. It wasn't quite as bad as a blood infection, but it was an infection of some sort, which they didn't want to really do more tests to do, but they just thought I'd just recover from it naturally. Ooh. So she's like, yeah, you could put you on the course of painkillers, and I said, yeah, that's not going to help, because all that's going to happen is, even if I were silly enough to start taking painkillers, eventually my body's going to build up a tolerance to them anyway, so they won't be effective anymore, and long-term damage to my body is going to be, it's going to start shortening my, liver, heart. It's extra load on your heart, all sorts of long-term damage you can get from being put on painkillers. Potentially, I'm not saying that it's always going to be the case, but potentially you are opening yourself up to that sort of ilk. So I was like, no, I don't want to go that route. No, thank you. I just want to get to a point where maybe I can run again. Because I can't even run. I can't even jump anymore. Because if I jump, I can jump, I just can't land. Well, I can land on my left leg, but I can't land on my right leg. But even that's getting hard now, because the more weight I put on my left to compensate the fact that I'm not using my right leg so much, is, putting extra strain on my left leg. And, I get the odd occasional twinge in my left knee now, so... But anyway, that's me, and I'm ranted on long enough about my knee and everything else. It's a case of, that's the thing that just surprises me when she said that. I was taken aback. I was just like, what? Why ask me? What do you want me to do? It's like, yeah, okay, let's play reverse situation here. You're not the doctor, I'm the doctor. Just chop the leg off, Yeah, it's, or just dose me up with so many painkillers, I'm like a daytime zombie, or zombie 24/7. I don't even know who I am anymore. It's just like, yeah, that's ultimately not the best way to go. But I remember she was like, she said, well, she goes, you're very knowledgeable about drugs and stuff. And I was like, well, yeah. And but there's no guarantees you'd get any long-term damage. And I said, well, no, I know that, but by taking painkillers, we had a 10-minute conversation about painkillers and stuff like that. Speeding. Nothing new there, Kev. Leadfoot strikes again. I'll leave it down to the deception of speed. Well, there's no perception of speed, I should say. Because you don't feel the vehicle moving. You don't actually know how fast you're going. I thought it was going to be game over for a second then. That's why you shouldn't go so quick, Kev. Was I reading the paper? Yes, Big Ben. Because they've got people working on the actual clock tower itself. I think they're doing some parts maintenance to mechanism stuff, etc, etc, etc. And because they're doing a major overhaul of it, they've had to shut the bells off for the next 7 years. And I was like, really? So what are they going to do at New Year's? Are they going to switch them back on? I know. I read once again. You can't believe everything you read, especially when it comes out of a paper. But I shouldn't have done that. I know. Before you guys there, I was always committed to this lane anyway. So, oh, it's going green. Cool beans. I heard that there's a crack in one of the bells. That's why it's got the tone slightly lower or off to what it used to be. Not massive ones, like a hairline one, but I reckon over time the bell's going to eventually just get worse and worse, which would make sense. This has gone on quite a long time as well. I could apologise, I just sort of got caught in the moment of waffling. As we're almost here now, might as well just call it a day on this one. Unless the traffic has other ideas, of course. Again, this is something they never really fixed. They fixed it partially, but they never actually fixed it fully. So you got problems here. This is going to just stay snarled up for eternity now. So I'm going to see if I can sneak around. I'm going to see if I sneak around the other road. Unless of course that traffic's just as bad down there. I'm hoping not. No, this is still moving. Come on, mate. Go on. Move. You can see that staying gridlocked for a while now. Little bit of a detour. Now if I didn't have that map in front of me, I'd have went, oh, I don't know what to do. I could have consulted the map, I guess, or if it's on that GPS there, which it is, then look at the GPS. Or sat nav. What's your problem, mate? You get a bus. Oh, it's a lorry in the way. So you could get a bus through there. There's a lorry parked right beside me, so he can't go any further. That's probably, again, stuck part of this traffic, so this is going to have a knock-on effect to this junction eventually. Come on, lights. Thank you. Committed. It's like, my god, you could have stopped there. I could have done, but I figured as it's dragging on quite a fair bit, I'll just cheat it again. In the name of entertainment, officer, honestly. Cool.
Überpünktlich. Das ist ja kaum zu glauben.
Well, that's what Leadfoot gets you. Right, cool. Let's open up the doors. So if you do it really slowly, it works. And then let's Shut the engine off. Jump out. Keep pressing E. It's because I was playing that train simulator. Alright, anyway. Let them grab their bags and all do the Beatles march. Oh, they're not even going to do the Beatles march. They're all going to stand there sun gazing by lots of things. But I'll leave it at that, guys. Hope you guys... Actually, I'm going to take a picture of them like that. For the thimble. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, again, it's gone on a bit longer than it should, and I apologise, but it's been a while since I've done one of these, so I thought I'd make it a bit extra long. But if you did enjoy it, please feel free to like. It helps me out a lot. And if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, again, please feel free to share. And if you're new to my channel and see this or anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.